hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Teen Mom 2 Reunion, whatever season, part 2. Let's just go ahead and get into this crap because I wasn't going to review it at first, but Janelle pissed me off. Kale pissed me off. And then the usual, Kale, Brianna, and Janelle pissed me off a little bit for, well, not. Well, yeah, they all kind of had their moment. I'm like, let me go ahead and just say what I got to say about it. Let that be that. There's only one part next week that comes on, and then we done. And then Teen Mom OG comes on. Lord Jesus, help us. So if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a J-Bird, okay? And all that good shit. I think I like that too. Jay-Bird. I like that. We're going to think about that. Anyway, so don't forget to, subscribe to my channel. Be an active subscriber, which means you watch the videos as well, okay? Don't forget to like the video. Hit the like button. Do not forget to comment in the comment section, even if you cuss me out. I mean, it'll get you blocked. But you know what? Everybody got a right to do whatever they want to do. And then as always, share the videos. So we're gonna go with Chelsea first because Chelsea really wasn't that much to cover. Of course, her and Cole are great together. You know what I'm saying? She brings up how they want more children. Money Green. She says how they want like 1 to 2 more kids. And I said, I don't think that's smart. Solely because Chelsea can't emotionally handle the 3 that she has. She freaked out about having to go to the doctor. I feel like Chelsea's her anxiety and her nervousness and her just do you really want 5 children? Like, if you have 5 kids, are you gonna freak? I'm okay because it's her body, it's her choice. I get that, but I'm like, Chelsea not even. She too scary to have more kids. She gonna scare them children, girl. But if you like it, I love it. I just think she's emotionally high strung. She has her anxiety, so she's always nervous about something and whatnot. So I'm like, if you nervous with 3 kids, how you gonna be with 5? I just wonder. She also brings up how she still wants to move out of her house since it was broken into whenever that happened. And that's like, it's such a I agree with you. I think if every time somebody's house is broken into, they moved. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say they fortunate enough to have the option to move because someone broke in. And then the fact that she said they didn't just break into her house, they broke into another house as well. A little, like a whole little ring of people who go and break into people's houses. Not saying it's any less invasive, not saying it's any less intrusive, not saying that she should not feel some kind of way, but I mean, girl, because if you move, I think if you move and someone breaks into that house, where you gonna move again? Anyway, they asked her about the whole thing with Adam and how things go with Adam. And, she said that Adam goes to Aubrey's school, like, every week for lunch and sees her then. But she's like, I don't get why he would not go to the center to see her. Like, that was crazy why he wouldn't pay or go out of his way to see her more often. But he'll just go up to her school because it's just the easiest. But Adam, Dr. Drew wrote up, like, Adam's always been that way. Like, he's never really been a good, solid person. Like, he's always been a fuck-up. Even when you were chasing after him. So, I mean, he just hasn't changed at all. So, that's what it is. They bring her dad out to chit-chat or whatever. He brings up how great it is having grandchildren. They have 15 grandkids between all the other siblings or whatever. And it's a whole bunch of them. When they bring up Cole adopting Aubrey, she says they're holding off on it right now mainly because Aubrey's only 9, she kind of doesn't understand it, and her dad and Dr. Drew both were like, you can't really let a 9-year-old make that decision. And she brings up how she do feel like if Cole adopted her and Adam just did not come around, it'll be fine. It'll be better for her. She's like, but right now, we just not doing that. And I think the fact that Adam is consistently going to school weekly, I'm assuming he's not going to give up his rights. she also brought up how, you know, even if they were to have Cole adopt Aubrey, how she would still want Adam's parents, who are great as grandparents, maybe not so much as recognizing the bullshit that's in their son, but they are great grandparents. She said we would try to make it to where they can still like spend time with her. It's just Adam they want to keep away because he's just not consistent. And I mean, I don't know. I think it's okay that she wants Cole to adopt because Cole is the father figure in her life, and Adam's a fuck up basically. But I also feel like Aubrey knows who her dad is and kind of still, you know, deals with him. So that's the hard part. You know, it's really, really weird. They asked her dad a little bit about stuff that he had posted online, about Janelle or whatever. He said, yeah, sometimes I post stuff I shouldn't, and I have comments and concerns, and excuse me, I say things that I shouldn't say. He's like, you know, but I don't really mean anything by it. He brings up how he remembers Janelle when she was younger, and they used to try to, you know, talk to her about this, getting like, stop going left, go right. Like, stop going left, go right. Like, why can't you just go right? Why you keep going left? He and Dr. Drew both admit that she's better off than what she used to be, and I agree with that, but I also do not agree. I feel like Janelle is in the same space she was back then. The situation has just changed. Like, back then, she was fucking up with dudes and heroin. Now she just married to a fucked up dude, and we think she may be popping pills. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like she still is in a bad situation. Like, this is just a different situation, but it's still bad. Like, people should still be concerned about her well-being because David could kill that girl. But, you know, the dad said, you know, he tried his best not to post not to post anymore. And Chelsea said, I'd be like, Dad, stop posting this. You know, just don't post anything. So that's all that it was with Chelsea. And now let's get to Janelle. So Janelle came back. Actually, Dr. Drew went out and talked to her. Okay. And she brings up how I don't even know who her man is. You know, I come on stage and I'm getting attacked. You know what I'm saying? I have all these medical issues and it's like I get attacked. I'm like, who attacked you? And I feel like white people don't understand, or they do, and they may not give a fuck because they have privilege. What Janelle did is what this is a black education moment, okay? Brought to you by Jay Lee. So white people don't understand how some white people use trigger words, okay? I feel attacked. I feel ganged up on. Oh my God. And then they cry these white tears to get sympathy from whoever is around them. And that is what Janelle did. Janelle played a classic white woman who feels like, oh my God, I ain't being attacked by someone and let me cry it out on camera, on film. And yeah, she's attacking me. Why won't she talk to me on stage? Well, Janelle, fuck you, because you go toe for toe with whoever else on social media. You have arguments with you set Kale shit on fire, and y'all were going back and forth. You was going back and forth on social media with Amber, but the minute that Nessa brings up something that you did to her, you're going to say that you felt attacked? Bitch, fuck you, please. Okay? It pissed me off. She then says, they asked her about the comment that she made on social media. She brings up how, I don't know who Colin Kaepernick is. I don't know. When Dr. Drew explains the issues that Cap was having, she then says, oh, David feels that way about him. That's not how I feel. I told y'all last week, David probably posted that shit on her page, and she just didn't want to say anything. But guess what, Janelle? It's still your goddamn page. So as Nessa said, when Janelle came back on stage, we all have to be held accountable for what we post on our social medias, even if it's not us posting it. Okay? Period. You know what I'm saying? When she said, I have all these medical issues, and I'm getting attacked, and he said, well, do you know how what you posted or what was posted on your page affected Nessa? It affected her so much that she couldn't sit on stage with you and not address it. Janelle don't. Well, I'm just, everyone's always attacking me. It's me, girl. I'm affected by everything and everyone. I have so much going on. I'm affected. Janelle tried to push the narrative and take it off of what she posted tried to make it not about the hypocrisy of what you were saying. The simple fact that you were on stage complaining that Amber was posting things about your man, and you did the exact same thing to Nessa. And when Nessa called you out, you cried white woman. You cried white woman tears. You cried white woman I feel attacked. You cried white woman. I don't know what this brown skinned person is saying about me. I don't know who her brown skinned man is. My husband is the one. Girl, the fuck by. It pissed me off. It pissed me off that Janelle tried to play stupid when she know for. And this is the crazy part. It's all David, but Janelle lets it happen. If David posted shit on your page, you let him do it, and now I ain't feeling attacked. I don't know what you're talking about because you let David post on your page, bitch. Made me mad. Okay, she then says, why wasn't she talking about that later? Because she did not want to be on stage with you and not bring it up. She said, my anxiety is so high that I will calm the fuck down. Just calm down. But I don't want to be on stage with her. They said she's the host. You don't have a choice. Like, if you don't want to go back out, or if you want her to come talk to you here, but she gonna be on that stage regardless because she is the host. Yes, protect Nessa. Fuck Janelle, because Janelle has this whole thing about she do things and she plays victim, and she has all these reasons as to why, even though she did something fucked up, even though David did something fucked up, it's a reason to why it's okay. It's a reason to why people should not hold them accountable for the shit they say they do. And I'm gonna tell you why else we did that. So she eventually went back on stage. Nessa tells her again, it would have been fake of me to sit here and have a whole show with you and me not bring up what you said about my man on social media. It would have been fake and fugazi, and I didn't do that. And now I'm trying to have a healthy conversation. At no point did Nessa raise her voice. At no point did she attack Janelle. But some white people, okay, Black education moment, does these trigger words. I feel attacked. I feel bullied. I feel, girl, ain't nobody bullied you with your fucking husband, okay? Anyway, she brings up how other people post from her social media. I have people who post for me from my social media, and Dr. Nessa both said, well, you have to be held accountable for what you let them post. Even if you did not post it yourself, it's your platform. You are held accountable for what you allow to be posted on your platform. It's a reason I don't let anybody else post anything for me on any of my social medias. It's not at all. Because I don't want it to ever be that someone else posted something that is not from me directly. Okay? Point blank, period. So they eventually bring Barb out. Well, no, Barb came back out with or whatever. They then bring up how Janelle was being bullied by the other girls. All of the girls bully her. They have all alienated her like they did. No, Janelle put herself in a fucking bubble based on Janelle fucking up. And whenever someone bring up her fuck ups, she then don't like that person. When anyone calls Janelle out on her shit, she has a reason as to why that person calling her out is wrong. They're bullying her. They're alienating her. They're attacking her. It's the same. And she get it. I see she gets it from Barb. Because Barb said, all the girls, they attack her. They bully her. Oh, she got the words from you. You, Barb. Okay. Anyway, Janelle then brings up how it is not fair that MTV won't film me at home, and David can't make up for his homophobic remarks. Well, she didn't say that. She said David can't make up for what he did, but he got fired because he said homophobic remarks. Point blank. Period. Well, and he said sorry for that. He keeps apologizing. No, he keeps doing things and having to re-apologize. And MTV don't want to deal with it. Okay, that's the reason why both of you motherfuckers is not fired. Because Janelle, you're fired, and Dave was fired. Point blank, period. So Dr. Drew asked, isn't the reason MTV won't film, didn't he threaten the producers? Well, yeah, but he apologized. Again, you can't do things and then say sorry and feel like, there are no consequences, okay? It's called consequences and repercussions. It's repercussions, whatever. But still, David does things and then thinks there's something wrong with it. And then when they say, well, you can't do this. Oh, well, let me say I'm sorry. And then they fire him via social media. Well, I mean, so what? You are on the show. You. And I think because he had been so problematic, they didn't want to deal with him. Period. So, we see the whole thing. Dr. Drew then says, why are you, because she was saying how she's upset with the producers for not allowing her to be able to easily shoot her stuff and to come and still shoot around her husband. And then, when he says, well, why aren't you upset with David? Because David is the one who's done these things, who posted these things that get you in trouble. Why are you not upset with David? Well, I say some stuff to him, but I love him, and I'm going to stand up for him. I will support him. You can't support him in his bullshit, because when you support him in his bullshit, he keeps doing it. And because you supported him in his bullshit and then nip that shit in the bud, now you're fired. Okay? You're fired. Point blank. Guess what, y'all? Period. Then they talk about the whole thing with Janelle and Barb on that live with Brianna's sister, Brittany, where Barb said, we should all go and kill Cal. And what pissed me off was that both Janelle and Barb acted like it wasn't a big issue. Janelle said, my mom didn't realize that we were on live. Barb then says, I thought it was like FaceTime. So y'all mean to tell me that y'all thought it was okay that she said that y'all should go kill Cal, as long as it wasn't put out to the media, as long as it wasn't on television. Oh, we can say we should kill her as long as it's in secret. Not that, we shouldn't say that we should go murder someone. Like, we shouldn't say that. No, we should say that. It should not be on live. I say, the fuckery of it all. It's just stupid. It's just, but then Dr. Drew said, but then after that happened, you still went and set Kale's stuff on fire. Like, you don't think that's why it was an issue? Because y'all were doing it just made me mad. I'm like, Janelle had every excuse. All the things that she did wrong, she had some excuse as to why it was not wrong, but it is. But it is. And that is why she can't handle being corrected. She can't handle being approached, because she feels like if I do something wrong, it's not really wrong. You know what I'm saying? My mom she said we should kill Kale, but it isn't a big deal because she just didn't know we were on live. Girl, the fuck bye. She then still brings up how, all the girls, they talk about me. They'll be on social media, comments about my husband, Chelsea's dad does it, Amber does it, and I'm like, and that's the whole reason Nessa brought up what you did with her man. Because you're sitting up here crying white woman tears about people talking about your man, but you did the exact same thing to Nessa. And so to the end of Janelle's storyline, and we know she will not be on next season, Janelle got exactly what she deserved, simply because she allowed David to come into her life, and eventually he worked his whole way through her whole job. He got fired. He has brands not wanting to work with Janelle. He had the crew not wanting to film Janelle. And then he got Janelle fired. So now he has her all to herself. And if he does use and abuse her, there was no proof. You want to know why? Because there are now no cameras. Okay, and now we have Kale. So, Kale was out there. It was her and Javi. Javi has a whole new baby named something I can't remember what it is. His girlfriend Lauren is there, whatever. He and Kale still have this awkward tension, and I think it's stupid. I think it's only because, she kind of brought up, they kind of brought up how it's a difference between how her, Joe, and V were, and then how her, Javi, and Lauren is. The only difference, Kale tried to say, well, it's because me and Joe and V were young, and we grew up. We're grown now. We're in our 20s. Girl, you're not grown. Because the way I was in my 20s, I'm definitely not in my 30s. However, she then said, but with me, Javi and Lauren, it's just different. Because you, Javi and Lauren, be fucking, okay? Javi was going between you and Lauren, and that's the issue. The same way you wouldn't be cool with anybody Chris fucking. You want to know why? Because you broke up with Chris because you found out he had you at a party with somebody who he was fucking. Okay, your issue with Lauren, and Javi is at one point in time, Javi was a whole little slut and was messing with you and Lauren and Brianna at the same time. So Javi is the one denominator who did something messed up. However, she is more mad and says how she won't be friends with Lauren ever because she called me a twat. Well, you act like a twat. Who cares? Who cares? And, Javi does not respect me. And the one thing I appreciated Javi said was, Kale has to realize that I do respect her, but she also has to respect Lauren because Lauren is Eli. His son's name is Eli. Because Lauren is Eli's mom. And it's true. Kel, you're Linka's mom. Lauren is Eli's mom. You both are his children's mother. It don't matter if you are his ex-wife. He still has to deal with both of y'all forever. Javi brings up how it's just weird when we're at functions together. There's clear tension in the air. Kel says it's because Javi is weird, does not respect her. How, one time he FaceTimed me about some stuff we had to fill out for Lincoln, and I ended up FaceTiming him back, but he didn't answer. He texted back and said, like, what did I want? And she said, well, I want you to answer. And he said, well, because I'm with Lauren or whatever. And I feel like Kel is like putting 20 on 10. At the same time, Javi is trying to reassure Lauren that he not backpedaling the pussy popping to Kel. And so sometimes he probably is able to FaceTime Kel with no issue, but sometime around Lauren, he probably still trying to make sure that she's secure in it because, before she got pregnant, him and Kel was fucking around. Period. So I think Kel is a hypocrite to feel like, oh, well, he should be able to answer my FaceTime calls whenever. He's trying to have a whole successful relationship with Lauren. And he can't do that if he has to placate you want to be the first woman in his life and I deserve respect. Lauren do too. And again, Javi fucked this up. It's not even Lauren's fault. Lauren called you a twat because at that point in time you were a twat because he was fucking both of y'all. You should be able as a woman to get. As a woman, she was pissed. As a woman, you were pissed. But y'all should be pissed at Javi, not at each other. Kel is still pissed at Lauren. So we have that whole thing. Kel, grow up. Like, grow up. Like, you have to get over the fact that she called you a twat. Like, her calling you a twat is not the worst thing in the world. Anyway, but he do admit that Lauren do feel some kind of way still about him going back and forth between her and Kel. He so I do have to kind of just reassure her that I'm not doing that anymore. And that's what he's supposed to do. He fucked up. He completely fucked up. And he trying to fix it now. But Kel wants to make it seem like he treat Lauren better than me. No, he's trying to have a stable relationship with Lauren. He ain't trying to be with you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, let this shit go. Anyway, so Dr. Drew then said, well, shouldn't y'all, Kel, don't you want, all the parents to get along? Because at the end of the day, all the kids are either step siblings or half siblings. I hate that word. I hate that word. They're just sisters and they're just siblings. There's not half. I have my sister. Kel, you a goddamn gonna lie. Because when you first, every time you talk about your sister, you have made it clear. She's my half sister. We have the same father. Period. And the fact that Dr. Drew just said all the kids are half in one way or the other. They all share either a mother or a father. So it does not mean that you're saying that they're less siblings. But at the end of the day, V's daughter technically is not Lincoln's sister. Technically, she isn't. And V's daughter isn't Eli's sister. But at the end of the day, you should want them all to be connected because they are either step or half siblings in some way, shape, or form. So I hate that word. I don't use that word. Yes, you have. I wish the MTV was petty enough to play the time she would say, that's my half sister. That's my half sister. That's my half sister. Your kids have half siblings. I have half siblings. I technically have a step sibling as well. The reason we don't use step is because we were raised together. Okay, my brother technically is my step brother. We've been raised as siblings since we were one. Y'all really not raising y'all kids together. Y'all not, because y'all ain't getting along. But I digress. Anyway, so she then brings up how Javi likes to keep getting women pregnant to keep them in the relationship. And, having a kid, he don't realize that won't keep the relationship. She brings up how he tried to, well, that's what would have been when they got pregnant the last time, but she ended up having a miscarriage. And then she's like, and then we were going to get pregnant again, but it wouldn't work. And I said, oh, you mean what you did with Chris? How you and Chris did not have a real relationship at all. You then got pregnant and thought the pregnancy would keep it going and it didn't work, and now you and Chris don't speak. Kale, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. You're a great mom, but you're a fucking hypocrite. And you just need to recognize that you can't make things fit into a certain puzzle piece because it fits your puzzle. You can't do that, girlfriend. You can't do it. And when you do it, you're a fucking hypocrite. So we then see Kel and V talk. Because V comes out because Joe ain't there. Joe said, fuck these shows. I ain't got time. So, you know, they show when Kel first met V. Not even met V. When Kel first knew who V was. Because Joe had heard his video. And how she looked like a hood rat. And I don't like her. And then when they had V and her meet like on the set for the first time at a reunion, she said, well, I saw an old video of her like smoking one time, and I would never want her around my kid because he said I wouldn't know if she's high or drunk and she's irresponsible. Like, she hated V, would say horrible things about V, and she was horrible. She was horrible to V. It was crazy in the beginning. And now how they cool, how V helped her and Joe come to, you know, common ground or whatever. And she, you know, I could not ask for a better stepmom for Isaac than V. Like, we're so close now because you grew the fuck up. And because Joe never cheated on you with V. But after he broke up with you, that was who he moved on to. They've been together all the goddamn time. However, Javi Javi was fucking all y'all. You, Brianna, and Lauren. And that's your issue with her. But my thing is, when they asked her, do you ever think that you can like get to a better place with Lauren the same way you got into a better place with V? No, never. You know, I can be cordial to her. But never. You know, no. Because you are mad that Javi was fucking both of y'all. And, you know, Kale, you sound stupid. You just sound dumb to say you will never be more than cordial to the other woman who's in your son's life. That's stupid. That's childish. And then to say it's because me, V, and Joe grew up together and it's because we were so young and now we're in our 20s. You know, Lauren just got here. So are you done growing? Are you not going to get no older? Are you going to die? No. And Nessa said, you're going to get older. You're going to grow. Like, you are going to grow and be older. Kale, you're a fucking hypocrite. And I just, you know, it was what it was. They have a little sit down with Brianna and Devon. Or as he said, his name is actually pronounced Devon. And then Brianna said her name was actually pronounced Brianna or some different kind of way. She said, but I can't remember how my name is supposed to be pronounced, so I don't care how people pronounce it. But Divine said, no, my name was pronounced Divine, not Divine. And so I said, hey, that's his name, so they called him Divine. And I said, well, okay. Anyway, Dr. Drew asked him, like, do you have, like, a drug or alcohol problem because of the whole thing with you getting drunk with Nova? He says, no. He says, no. He said, Drew, you know, I just drank way too much, and I really should not have been drinking at all. He's like, I'm a small guy. I'm very, very skinny. I didn't eat at all that day, and I drank, and was really, really drunk. What I can appreciate was him saying, I shouldn't have been drinking at all. However, I did drink, and I drank too much. Not only did I drink too much, I didn't eat. And you don't, and I have been, the drunkest I have ever been was when I went out, had not ate all day, had like 6 margaritas, and I was shit-faced, okay? It would seem like I might have been on drugs as well. However, no, I had just drank so much, and I hadn't ate, and the liquor just, boom, it hit me. So I understand him saying what happened. However, I don't like how he did not take it more serious. He said that when him and Brianna was texting back and forth, whatever, and, you know, he said like it was a big deal. He said, no, I said it's not the end of the world. I mean, had something happened to one of them kids, Divine, it would have been the end of the world for someone. For a kid, for a parent, for you, or something. So you can't act like you get completely drunk while having your daughter. It's not a big issue. Now, at the same time, he did something completely irresponsible. I like that he said he completely got why Brianna was upset. She had every right to be upset, but he said his issue is he isn't able to see Nova because of that incident. So for him, he just know he can't drink no more, but he does not have an issue. I don't, and Brianna went into the whole thing of like, I'm not a fan of his. Like, I've never been a fan of his. Y'all like Divine. I don't like him. Like, I've never been a fan of his. I said, but you got a whole kid. You have a whole kid by him. I've never heard a person say, I've never liked him, but they have a baby together. A whole baby. How you have and it makes me wonder, like, was he a one night stand? Because I can't remember their storyline back in the day. So I'm like, was he a one night stand? Like, how did you get pregnant by someone who you never liked? And then if that's the case, how are you ever upset that he ain't shit if you've never liked him? If you've never liked him, he's never been a good dude, him being a whole asshole shouldn't be surprising to you. But I digress. So it was a lot of back and forth of her, like, not wanting to talk to him. Him, like, oh, now you don't want to talk to me, or now you do want to, and this is some bullshit. His thing is, saying? He like, nah, I'm aggravated. Nah, I want to go. Nah, I'm mad. And then she's mad. He's mad. Dr. Drew then asks Vine if he wants to meet her new boyfriend, John. He's like, hell no. For what? No. I can't see Nova. I don't. He's like, no, no shade or whatever. Fuck him. Like, I don't care about him. Like, he doesn't matter to me. My daughter matters to me. And I feel like that's the proper thing to say. What's the point of me meeting her boyfriend who don't even live in our state? He lives in New York. Like, I don't give a fuck until I don't need to meet him until I'm good with my daughter. Again, she goes on a whole, he isn't good this, he isn't good that, I don't like this, I don't like that. And he like, well, where was all this energy before this one incident that happened like a week ago? Like, he like, it didn't happen a long time. Like, it happened like recently. And before that, she was acting like, I'm good, I've been better. And she was. Divine's better than Lewis. Like, he's consistent, he's around. So again, he made a horrible, horrible mistake. Fucked up. You cannot be drunk when you got your kids. However, don't take this one issue and make it seem as if you wasn't just praising him and taking family portraits and taking family trips because he was a good dude now. Because he's a good father now. He's at least stepping up where he needs to be stepping up at. And he can still do more. We get he can still do more, but don't act like he hasn't upped his game. Okay, anyway. And that's what it was, okay? It's still part 3, girl. This shit is just too much. But we will talk about it later. Put in the comment section whatever y'all see. Whatever y'all want to talk about, put it down there and we'll chat about it, okay? I am Jay Lee. This is It's Corner. Peace.